Hi YouTube! We are back with a comment review video. What's actually really funny is I had just recorded the comment video for my Lorcana channel, which you should definitely check out. Definitely a reminder that you should check out my Lorcana channel. But anyway, we're going to go over some interesting comments from the previous week, and hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to start off with Howie D here. I do like the hate. You know, hate gets me excited. It gets me all worked up. It gets me rather erected, so to speak. It makes me happy. I know that if I'm getting hate messages or just people being ignorant, I am doing something right. So, with that, we look at Howie D. This video really does nothing to teach someone how to deck build properly. Playtest and run multi-purpose tech cards is what this video boils down to. You mentioned building the skeleton of the deck, teaching people this skill would have been more useful than whatever this was. This is a very interesting comment because it shows that this guy has the brain the size of maybe a pea, so to speak. If this guy has topped multiple tournaments, Bandai tournaments, I invite him to come forward with the receipts. I don't think he has, though, because a comment this ignorant just has no fundamental knowledge backing it up. So he says the generic purpose of the video, run multi-purpose tech cards, play test, is what the video boils down to. And that's all true. You need a deck build. You need to understand how to beat certain decks. You need a playtest to ensure those techs actually work. The problem with I can't show building the skeletons, so to speak, is because skeletons differ by the deck, and skeletons are obvious. You don't need me to tell you the skeleton of a Melga deck, or a Crossheart deck, or in BT12 a Beelzemon deck, or in BT13 a Royal Knight Megazoo deck, or a Shine Greymon deck. You don't need me to tell you how to build a skeleton. If you do need that kind of babysitting, this guy will be a failure forever. But anyway, I appreciate the comment. He just doesn't really know what he's talking about, and I'm okay flaming him for it. Now we move on to Snugs. Can you do an episode addressing how to know when to mulligan? Someone responds, obviously, but I've thought about it. I could do the next episode in the series on how to mulligan. I've thought about it because mulligans are important. It's a skill to have, so we'll see what happens. Jonathan Wick, I won my first ever locals with Gallantmon a couple weeks ago. That's awesome. Jonathan Wick is killing it with Gallantmon, and honestly, you'd love to see it. It's the way to go. Nice big black deck. Is this fairly cheap to build? Digidex does respond. It is pretty cheap. The most expensive card in the deck is Death X if you play it. If not, the most expensive card in the deck is Gallantmon. So that's very, very, very cheap, super budget. Pretty reasonable, honestly. Petnar, he answered my prayer. Thank you. You're welcome. I do answer people's prayers sometimes. Love you and your channel, but I feel like you have to work harder on your content. Quality is better than quantity. 10 minutes waste your time and ours. I'm so conflicted by this comment because he starts off love you, but then he just rails on me. It is an interesting point though. So, as some people may know or may not know, I am planning on reducing the amount of work I do outside of the home and plan to do it inside of the home, and reducing those work hours. Doing so will allow me to actually take YouTube more seriously. You see, I've talked about this on Twitch a lot. I don't know if this guy watches my Twitch or not, but I've been prioritizing the Twitch and the streaming because I really want to grow that. I've grown the YouTube to a respectable size. I've been slacking, and it might cost me in certain areas. But I'm looking to basically get more time to do it. Part of the issue as well is that some of my videos are inherently just low quality videos, right? Market watches are definitely low quality videos, but they're super informative. These comment videos are low quality. But like I'm planning on doing more and more things. Like by the time this video goes live, you'll see the Gallantmon deck profile, and you'll also see, I believe, Yellow Hybrid. If not, then you know Yellow Hybrid's coming. But if you may have noticed, those were not a stream rip anymore. I actually took the time to go and do it with a proper camera with high quality and the quality is much improved. The reason I would do low quality deck profiles is because I'm an entrepreneur that has focused my life in other areas to make money, but we're working on, now that I'm there, kind of backtrack a little bit, focus back on the YouTube. So you'll see less Twitch stream ripped videos, so to speak, and you'll see videos with more edits, more quality. I have a fun one planned for the Digimon Adventure boxes. Anyway, I agree. Quality is better than quantity. I still believe daily uploads is the way, though, but the quality can improve, and I know that. So this guy's not wrong. He ain't wrong. Nick P. Examon was in the finals in Japan Nets, so it's at least decent enough for a long time coming. That's true. Examon Japan, though, has the promos, which we may or may not get at any point in time. Like, for example, we're just getting the security workers BT12, so who knows? Who knows? Oreo X 1000. Gallantmon is too balanced. He does what he wants very well, but he never gets ridiculous like Garurumon can get really busted cards. He'll forever be tier 2 or tier 1.5 in certain metas, and I'm okay with this. There's nothing wrong with having tier 2 decks. That's it. That's the end of the analysis. It's fun to have fun decks. And if your fun deck has an edge towards the meta, even better. Maybe it might hit tier 1, you never know. Petenar. I kind of like both of them from a collector standpoint, but not as cards I really want to play or make decks around. Bit of a null point for me, though, because there is no pre-releases for me to attend in my area. We're obviously talking about the Travesty. That is the Magna Andromon and Mato Stingmon Alt-Art pre-release promo cards. Yes, they suck. Now, there were some comments that were like, these are great. And that's nice that you think that. But again, the general consensus is they do blow chunks. I have one more comment on that, I believe. Here it is. Wrong Knight. I agree those cards don't incentivize me to want to pretend to pre-releases, but they are a part of a set of 6 cards that Japan got, being the Vmon, Greymon, Magna Dramon, Bancho Sting, and then Dark Dramon and Razamon Furyron. So I guess this is Bandai's way of giving us those reprints full arts. I'd expect BT13 pre-releases to have Dark Dramon and Razamon. Unfortunately, so do I. And that sucks a lot. So we will just have to wait and see what happens. Vaughn Wafer 12. Usually I don't take comments this big, but it's about Ancient Greymon. I really like Ancient Greymon. Was super hyped to see you represent with Ancient Greymon again, Mario. One question I had, and this honestly rolls back to when you taught the first time with Ancient Grey even, but do you ever miss the Bokumon search? I think it means Bokumon. I feel like I usually run around 10 Flamemon to 2 to 3 Bokumon just to dig for Aldemon and more importantly Ancient Grey when I need them. Do you ever brick to the point you wish you had those searchers? It just always surprises me how consistent it is for you without them. I swear I'm going to just have to give it a try. I have bricked occasionally, or I'm not drawing my combo fast enough. I've lost games because of that. Like, I definitely went X1 at the regionals because I didn't draw my Ancient Grey pieces faster than the cross player drew their cross pieces both games. That's just how it goes sometimes. But ultimately, I'm pretty impressed with the speed of Ancient Greymon without Bokumons. But Mulligans help it a lot. And I've never wanted Pokemon, honestly, in the deck. I tried it a long time ago. It just didn't feel good. Like, I wasted my turn playing a Pokemon, and it's like, okay, I'm behind in my stack. So it felt bad. And Pokemon always died, so you never got any value from the Hybrid Evo. You never got to swing with it to do a check so that you don't need to build a Aldemon plus Burning Gray stack in the back. You know what I mean? To me, it's not the way. But if you want to try it, you go for it. Solix Cross, not gonna lie, this game has completely captivated me. I thoroughly enjoy playing and watching content for this game. It is so much fun. Digimon is fun. I think some of the metas are a little bit toxic. We're heading into BT12. I am not looking forward to that, but I think it's okay. Bad Regalia. I love your content, and I'm sure you've covered this, but I'll ask anyways. What do you think would be a good deck to get into BT12? I tend to enjoy Mindless Rush. Waiting on cards for Murmon Rush at the moment. I'm enjoying Dorbrickmon OTK. I enjoy quick aggressive play. My first deck was Examon, and while enjoyable, it just didn't hold up so I could play it in casuals only. If you like big bad OTKs, I suggest Red Hybrid. I would suggest Grandis with Quartzmon, because that's a thing in BT12. And honestly, you can try War Greymon, because, yeah, Greymon X is at 1, but it's still going to be playable. Beelzemon is a mindless OT. Beelzemon is a rush deck, but it's not mindless. So I would not recommend Beelzemon. I would not recommend Hunters or Cross, because you need a little brain power for those decks. And Bloomlord, you definitely need a brain. So not those decks. Stick to Red Hybrid or Grandus. Those are the best ones, in my opinion. Today's final comment goes to Betty Bat. I really want to listen to your advice, but you look like Farquaad, and it's hard to pay attention. Oh, man. I love a good Shrek reference. It's so funny. Oh, God. I enjoy the Shrek movies a lot. They're really funny. This guy is amazing. Anyway, with that image now in your head, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.